Welcome to Dota 2 Update for the week of July 4th, 2011. Oh boy, it's going to be hard to follow up last month because June, I gotta say, was the month for Dota 2 news. We got so many good little leaks. Not a lot of official stuff from Valve, but you know, we now know that they're going to save all the official stuff for Gamescom. And one of the pieces of news we're going to cover today is quote-unquote confirmation that Dota 2 is indeed going to be at Gamescom, so stick around for that. But yeah, June was the month for Dota 2, and we're going to see if July can follow that up. Alright, so our one news story today, a gaming website, gamersmint.com, did more of a deep search within the exhibitor's search form for Gamescom 2011 and found out that Valve is going to be showcasing their game under the strategy category. And we know that Dota 2 is their only strategy game that's in development right now. I guess some people can call Portal 2 strategy, but I guess it's more of a puzzle kind of game, I would say. So them listing themselves under strategy and showcasing their game as strategy is probably a pretty good confirmation that it is definitely going to be Dota 2. So that's it. I mean, just more confirmation on what we pretty much already know for sure. So we're pretty much just waiting for August 17th through the 21st, which is when Gamescom 2011 will happen in Cologne, Germany. But unfortunately, one of the downsides I see to that is that they're probably not going to release anything too big or too exciting before that, since they're planning everything at that event. They want that event to be huge, so they don't want to water it down by releasing something too exciting beforehand. But hopefully they're going to release some hype. We've all been waiting for that. And with that, we're going to go back to our previous segment of analyzing two Dota genre games. I put this on a slight hiatus because we had so much news coming in, but now it looks like we're back to a bit of a lull again. So if you don't remember, last time we did this, we covered Demigod and LoL. Those were the first two new games that came out under the Dota genre. And now we're going to move on this week to Heroes of Newerth and Realm of the Titans. So first off, Heroes of Newerth. This is probably the most successful paid subscription to a Dota genre game released. It's pretty much a direct clone of Dota. It's got many of the same heroes that are just ported over. It has the quote-unquote blessings of Icefrog. There's been rumors that Icefrog actually helped to create Heroes of Newerth in some way. And it's got the biggest player base right after League of Legends in terms of games in the Dota genre. However, I think Heroes of Newerth definitely has the most to lose from Dota 2. A lot of people have been saying that Dota 2 is going to be the apocalypse to Heroes of Newerth, and it definitely did seem that way a couple of weeks ago when Heroes of Newerth just came under tons of attacks. Actually, LulzSec, the hacking group that took down a lot of government websites and a lot of huge sites, actually attacked League of Legends and Heroes of Newerth, according to the Wikipedia page. And after that, I mean, Heroes of Newerth was just going down left and right. Everybody was so angry, and looks like now they've picked up their game a little bit, but it shook up their audience. Alright, the next game we're going to analyze a little bit is called Realm of the Titans. This one is not as popular, especially in any country outside of China, actually. It's actually gotten a bit of a better response in China, where it's a little bit more popular. However, I don't feel that it brings anything new to the table, and I honestly don't know why I would play it over HON or Dota. The way things have been going so far, it's pretty much like, okay, if I'm newer to this genre and I don't want to pay or commit to a game like this, I'm going to play League of Legends because it's free and a lot of people play it. If I do want to pay and I want to get the experience, I'll buy HON or I'll wait for Dota 2. I mean, it seems like League of Legends and HON have this whole audience wrapped up, and of course the hardcore Dota players still sticking to Dota, and there's a ton of people still playing Dota, of course, or just waiting for Dota 2. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's room for any of these smaller titles trying to make it big. I gotta say, the gameplay doesn't look half bad. It's like, it's not as cartoony as League of Legends, but it's not as dark as Heroes of Newerth, and it's kind of like if LoL and HON had a baby and it was Realm of the Titans, because that's what the interface kind of looks like to me. But to be completely honest, I don't see this game succeeding now, or especially succeeding after Dota 2. I mean, right now, there's just no more room in this genre for games that are so similar. I mean, these games are almost exactly the same except for a small tweak in the user interface. To really succeed, these games have to bring something new to the table, and none of these actually have, unfortunately. And if they don't, I mean, League of Legends and Heroes of Newerth, they've wrapped up the market really nicely. And when Dota 2 comes out, there's going to be no room at all for any of these games, because quite frankly, they are all the same. And with that, I'm going to cut this short for this week. There wasn't a lot of new news, especially compared to a couple weeks ago. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so with that, that's going to be it for Dota 2 update for the week of July 4th, 2011. And while we still wait anxiously for August 17th, which is Gamescom, I'm going to go play myself some Dota and Han to pass the time, and I'll see you guys next time.